Hey guys, welcome back to another episode in the deep playthrough of Assassin's Creed Unity. In the previous episode we were also here. We're trying to obtain a part from a door mechanism of a secret room beneath the Notre Dame. We already obtained a first part in an earlier little side mission, and this second one and last one requires us to steal pickpocket Mr. Molinier. This is his townhouse. And in the previous episode I accidentally spooked Mr. Molinier and afterwards I could not find him anymore. But now restarting the game seems to have fixed it, because there he is. So either I can just go out battling it out, but I actually and then just pickpocket him afterwards, but I prefer to do it, of course, the assassin way. And the assassin way could be going into here, there he walks, into a hiding spot. For instance, that little house over there. And as soon as he walks by, I could maybe try to pickpocket him, or I can just crawl behind him actually. I don't really see, and then just pickpocket him. Let's just try that. Where is he? There he, oh shit, there he is. As soon as he sees me, he gets spooked. Holy shit, he's actually aggroing. That could mean that the guys over there also turn around, so I have to be careful. He's actually a pretty aggressive dude, Mr. Molinier. It could actually be that he gets killed over there. Holy shit. Alright, yeah, there he is. He's lying on the ground. That's so cool. It's pretty emerging gameplay, I must say.
Who's undertaken this
Hello, Mr. Molinier.
Who do I thank for this little public service?
Here we go.
What's all that then?
Someone get hurt?
And we got a key, I think. And this key we can use to open up a chest. Like we already checked it out in the previous episodes, but let's... Oh shit, this guy I forgot about. He respawned after restarting the game. Man, that headbutt really doesn't get old, or that punch. Anyways, we can interact with this book, amongst others. A copy of the Book of Elixir with handwritten alchemical annotations by Nicolas Flamel. Nicolas Flamel has like this secret chemistry lab below the Notre Dame. And we are now, to be able to enter you need some mechanisms, and I think 2, and we now are going to obtain the second one. And this is the same as below, a copy of the Book of Elixir with handwritten alchemical annotations by Nicolas Flamel. We are going to obtain the second part, or the second mechanism, and then we will return to the quest giver probably, and then we will head out to the Notre Dame to actually open that laboratory, because I already saw it before and I was quite curious what it was all about. Couldn't get in because the gate was locked, but now we surely will be able to do so. Map of the Ile de la Cité, an old map. In the margins are alchemical symbols hand-drawn by Denis Molinier. And you also see the Notre Dame, and the two, the left and the right markers, I think are entrances to the sewer system below the Notre Dame, and the middle marker is actually the below grounds location of the actual laboratory. which we will be heading to soon. And this was the locked chest, and I assume I didn't really saw it, and maybe I overlooked it, but when we looted Molinier, I didn't really see anything like a key popping up in the inventory or like an item description or anything, but I assume we got it because there's no other way to get the key anymore. Molinier is dead, and we did loot his body. By the way, there's a chest over there. I think I already emptied that earlier. Alright, let's hope this one is now not locked anymore. Yes, very nice.
This rusty bit of metal must be part of the mechanism that Mademoiselle Lenormand was talking about.
Which rusty?
And this completes the mechanism. So much for the Templars.
Alright, I didn't really see a rusty part. Would be good if there's like a little pop-up showing what it actually looks like. But yeah, that's the only thing I'm missing a little bit in this game. It's like an inventory where you can actually, just like in Skyrim, where you can select the items you pick up and actually look at them. Gives just that little bit more extra yeah, connection to the game world. But of course the focus in this game is on other things, and I think maybe that's good. Do a couple of things very good instead of a lot of things half-baked. That's also the problem with a lot of modern open world games. There seems to have their own, the only reason is put as much crap in it as possible. And they actually do that, and everything is just half-baked. You can better put a couple of mechanics and systems in the game that work very well, instead of a lot of mechanics and systems that are just useless. God damn it, we have to get...
Étrange manière de faire de l'exercice.
I think we have to get back way, to the quest giver. By the way, I'm pretty curious where this ends up. Nowhere. Right, here we go. I wonder whether this layout of Paris is also a bit reflective of the real layouts. It would be pretty cool. I do think, of course, it will be a bit smaller, because otherwise, just walking about in Paris, of course, can take hours to get from one spot to the other. And in this game, obviously, that's all a bit more streamlined. Let's stay on this island, by the way. We are first focusing on the Notre Dame and the little 3 islands in the middle of the map. So let's stay on them, by the way. This glass, it's so well done. You see like that support beam in the room. The thing is, it gives such a good feeling of believability, like that buildings are actually have interiors which you can see through the glass. Usually you cannot even see through glass windows in open world games. They are just reflective or super opaque. This is very good for the believability. Oh, damn it. There, for instance here, you see like the whole store inside. It's so amazingly good for believability. Cracked window over there. The interior of the shop. Liqueurs and vans. The Vieux Normand. It's the old Norman guy from Normandy, I guess. And they were selling, I think it were vans and liqueur, I think, right? He also sells teas and café, so that's tea and coffee, and liqueurs and vans. Yeah, liqueurs and wines. Right. There we go. This is like the third time we had to get from the Notre Dame area to her and back again, because once we have spoken to her, we will obviously again go to the Notre Dame to go to the secret laboratory.
Ah, the second part of the device. You have the necessary pieces. Return to me when you are ready to take the final step.
Yeah, that's about now. Alright, return to her. Alright, I'm returning. Right, not sure what that's about, but I do have the pieces. I'm not sure whether I have them on my person now, because I cannot really access, there's no inventory. I'm not sure. Yeah, there's no like quest marker here. So we can, I guess, just go to the secret laboratory and assume we have the mechanisms on our person and open the door. And maybe then we need to get back to her. But she did say something like, get back to me once you're ready to go ahead. So actually it makes more sense to do that before going to the laboratory. Yeah, now it appears again. I had to get away from her a bit further.
I foresaw your return. Come, I have something to tell you.
Use the mechanism you've obtained to enter Nicolas Flamel's secret laboratory and obtain his elixir of life.
This card here, the key, and here, the sun. Against these other cards, it is quite clear that many people are in search of Nicolas Flamel's secret laboratory that has remained hidden these hundreds of years. You are ready. I commend you, but I cannot help you. The final mystery of where to find Flamel's laboratory is beyond my powers. Only you can solve the enigma. My intuition tells me you will do well.
Alright, so that was not much help at all, but I indeed know how to solve it. It actually has like an objective marker. That's why I'm so glad that I can turn off the HUD, because all that hand holding, it really takes away any sense of accomplishment of figuring stuff out yourself. Quelle histoire! Oh. He's just randomly dropping his instrument over there. It's really funny. Those guys were a bit distracted by Arno popping by. Only wanted to listen to what they were playing. Croissants, salé. 1 second, I'm just curious what that means. Salé. Salir, I think, is to exit. But salé.
Ce que j'essaye de dire, c'est que je suis conscient de la situation, mais je ne peux rien y changer.
Dirty? Cannot imagine that it is dirty. Salty. I think it's salty indeed. So
Tu penses me faire peur
they
avec ces
sell
deux outres à vin? Tu me connais mal.
poisson salé, salt fish. I think it means. Not sure. But with the knowledge that I currently possess, I would say salt fish. By the way, let's take another route just for variety and to get to know the game world or Paris even better. Just take different routes to the same location. Then you'll encounter, for instance, this little tidbits, like a makeshift recovery units, or infirmary units. And you see like a super cool little carriage with very nice wood textures, weathered paints. All really amazing. And
make this easier on yourself.
alright, let's
What do you want?
Talk.
Alright, where was
I
the
don't
criminal?
know. You've got the wrong man.
On dirait qu'il fait pas la chose.
Patriot.
Right. Will he actually shoot him?
Yeah.
Stow it.
Alright, there is a way to the... Oh shit. Hell.
Now piss off back to whatever village is missing its idiots.
Alright, there's a way to the sewers below the Notre Dame via a well in front of that building over there. But again, let's try to mix it up a bit. I think there should also be a way in to the left side of the
Whose side
front.
are you on then? What do you want?
I don't.
If I wouldn't have done this, the guy to the left would be dead by now. Check out that guy's face. He's looking pretty freaky. The guy behind him is pretty chill. But the guy, this monk over here, he really has his own thoughts about it. It's pretty cool, this whole gathering of people yeah, looking at a fight
J'imagine que c'est dangereux.
that happens.
Regardez comme
Right, now this door indeed is open. I think this is also the way in to the sewers. I'm not fully sure, but pretty sure. Yes. So now we finally are able to open the door. I really would have liked if they would have made it a little bit more dark in here. Just for the creepiness factor. I mean, we are below the ground after all. Le peuple a faim. I think that means the people have hunger. Holy shit.
Where are you
Those
going?
foods.
We'd love to give you a grand view from the top of a pike.
No, I will leave those guys be. What the hell? Unless they start fighting with me.
There you are. Ah!
Doing it all to yourself, guys. Nothing to do with me. Right, one guy actually didn't make it. Why are these thugs dressed as monks? are like aggro monks. Right, let's continue on our way. Which is over there. By the way, can you... Oh, sorry. How far does this ladder go? Not that far. Again, these lighting effects. It's probably all baked in lighting, but it looks so good. I really don't care that much for baked in lighting if it just looks pretty good. Whether it's like real...
If you come near me, your life is mine! Hi, kids! Out of my sight!
Yeah.
Go, Patriots! Die!
You can't see! I'll make you pay!
You're right!
I didn't want to kill you. But yeah, you leave me no other choice. I actually want to only wound them, like these guys. They're still alive. But whatever. Still not sure why these monks are... Yeah, who the hell these are. Fortunately, not all their brothers made it. But yeah, that's what happens. Right, and finally, the secret laboratory. There we go. 2 mechanisms. They are pretty big mechanisms, by the way. And finally, the secret laboratory. And the chest over there is alchemy stuff, ingredients and jars. See if there's anything we can read. Don't think so. There's formulas. Alright, this would be the elixir of life, I would guess. Yes. And let's also open up the chest. $400. That's not that much. And I wonder what that whole elixir of life does actually, whether it's a useful item. I don't really think so, because I don't think it's something you can structurally use. The items you have, I think, are bombs, ranged weapons and some other stuff, but not like elixirs of life or stuff like that. By the way, let's quickly, it's the last time I will be in this room. Look at it, pretty elaborate, again, construction and detailed meshes that the developers created here. Just looks very good. Let's get the hell out of here. And I think, oh, no, let's go out the other way. I think that they're actually, that way goes into the Notre Dame. And this way is the secret passageway out. Ah, more of these monks. I find it a bit weird, all these weird monks over here. Anyways, this is the secret passageway out there. Again, close near the Notre Dame, and I assume we now have to get back to that lady. Yes. For the gazillionth time. A lot of fighting going on.
C'est drôle, si entend.
They are, I think, throwing up barricades or something. Not sure what they're doing over there. Maybe just to make it a flammable mass to light up the Notre Dame. Although I don't think it burned down during the French Revolution. It actually burned down not too long ago. I think in 2019. Maybe 18, I'm not sure, but... Right, back to the crazy lady. The tarot card reading. Crazy lady. Just trying to listen a bit to the music. It's a shame that the music often is a little bit low compared to the ambient sounds or the singers. Check out this dude chilling out. No worry in the world. And here we go.
Have you brought the elixir? Oh, of course you have. I knew you would not fail me. Many thanks, my dear Arno. I foresee a great future for you.
Alright, it's a bit a pity that they didn't say what the Elixir of Life does or who is going to use it or whatever. But alright, doesn't matter. We have completed another Paris story. So the only Paris story left on this island actually are the two ones. I'm not sure whether they're the same, but of the cult of Baphomet, steal sacred objects to gain admission to the Baphomet cult. It's the same one as this one, steal secret objects to gain admission to the Baphomet cult. Maybe these are like only part of a much bigger number of Baphomet cult missions. Maybe this one, no. But yeah, I don't see a lot of Paris stories over here. Maybe here. No Baphomet. Here's one. Nope. No Baphomet. And the rest, it's all pretty much folked out still. But this is a cool one. Headlining the guillotine. Replace newspapers with others more to Dr. Guillotine's liking. Ah, we will actually meet up with Dr. Guillotine as well. That's so funny. American Prisoner. Ah, this is DLC, I think. We have to recover Thomas Paine's manuscripts. Not sure. Thomas Paine, I don't remember what he actually did, but he was also a pretty... The Chemical Revolution is DLC as well. But he was a pretty famous dude. I wonder whether in real life he also ended up in France. from the United States. I think he was English or US. No, I think US, because the mission is called The American Prisoner. Anywho, I see a lot of Paris stories, but no others on the Baphomet cult. So I do think that the two over here with the Baphomet cult are the only two relating to that. I don't know why it are two and not just one icon, but we will find out, I'm sure. In the next episode, guys, there we will be doing the Baphomet cult Paris story, and that concludes, yeah, still not fully, but a lot of the items to be done in this middle island. So then we still have some companion missions, but yeah, I will just try to do those. Why not? It will also unlock goodies, like gear and stuff probably, so I will do them. Despite it will probably be not that super shockingly entertaining. Then we also still have the cafe theater missions, which I will be doing afterwards. We have the Nostradamus enigmas, and of course everything else in the world, because we are only focusing on the center island for now. Probably after I've cleared out done the Baphomet Paris story, the two companion missions, and that's about it here. The cafe theater, yeah, maybe this cafe theater one. Then I will do one or two main primary campaign missions, and hopefully those will bring us to other sections in the world, and then we can also clear out those sections. But that is for later. For now, this episode is at an end. We'll continue later tonight with the Baphomet side stories ×2, 1 and 2. What the hell is this? Ah, a murder mystery. Ah, I for sure will do first the murder mystery. I really like the murder mysteries more. So we will be doing, I thought this was like a Nostradamus enigma or something. We will be doing a murder mystery, and then the Baphomet cult ones, then the two companion missions, then the cafe theater mission, and then the main mission. Guys, hope you enjoyed. I hope to see you in the next one. And for the meantime, do not forget, always do keep on gaming. See you later.